Subway's chicken cordon bleu panini, perfected from the crispy ciabatta bread up with seasoned chicken, black forest ham, and fresh veggies, layered in Swiss cheese and honey mustard and pressed to melted magnificence. Paninis have arrived at Subway.
Hi, good morning, and welcome to Cook for Fun TV. Today is Sunday, April 23rd, 2017. The time is approximately 9 a.m. in the Eastern Standard Time Zone, and we're broadcasting live from the Toronto area of Ontario, Canada. And today's menu is a viewer's request item. We're featuring Fesenjan, which is a Persian chicken stew dish made with walnuts and pomegranate. And we're going to pair that with saffron or safflower rice. So let's get started. All right, so the sunshine's really bright, huh? Let me just switch off the lights, but not sure if that will help. Oh, well, yeah, it's okay. It depends on where I stand. We don't have blinds yet to control that, so, but you're gonna see some sunshine here and there, and it will shift as it tends to get quite shifty in the morning. And thanks for tuning in, Gunsmith Cat. Hope you're having a great weekend, and I believe it's always sunny in California. And hello, Peacer. Thanks for joining us, and I hope you're feeling better. And no worries if you cannot stay for the stream. It's purely whenever you're able to make it, and always appreciate and enjoy your participation in the channel. And thank you to all the moderators online right now. You guys provide a lot of help during the show to keep the community healthy and positive. And good morning, Death Vader. And I understand that you are staying in with one of your dogs, which is not racing this weekend. So have a nice break with Luke and hope that he gets much rest. Okay, so for this dish, we're going to, in parallel, start by preparing the rice and the chicken stew at the same time. The rice takes a while, so we have to get that started. And in making this saffron rice, one thing I want to point out is that saffron is probably the most expensive spice in the world. It can sell for $1,000 US per pound, or even $10,000 per pound. And I've seen saffron threads at a Persian supermarket sold right at the counter at the cash register, where there might be this little vial with maybe 5 thin strands of saffron. It's pricey, and this is actually not saffron. Okay, I'll give you a close-up view. It's actually safflower. It's the petals of the same flower. The saffron thread is a part of the flower known as a stamen, and it requires a lot of labor just to harvest them, and the aroma is quite different from safflower, but it is not uncommon to use safflower so this was only $3 Canadian, which is approximately $260 American for all of this. So this is what we're using today. But rice is also good on its own without any extra flavorings. So we're trying this out by adding safflower to it. Okay, and just to catch up, yeah, the sun is quite bright. Okay, that's right. I think that it takes a very, very long time just to harvest the precise stamen out of the flour. So it's quite a delicacy to have it. And I've had saffron rice at restaurants. I don't know if I'm actually eating a true saffron rice at the restaurant because the pricing doesn't reflect, isn't reflecting a premium. Okay, so the safflower rice will have some diced onions in it and chicken broth, and the chicken stew will also have diced onions in it. So I will get the diced onions started as it's going in both dishes. I'll also start toasting some walnuts, as walnuts is a major ingredient in the chicken stew. Okay, so we're gonna get started with both of these. Okay, let's get started with the toasting of the walnuts. And I am dividing this recipe in half. So instead of 2 to 3 boneless chicken, amount of chicken, we're using a little bit more than 1 pound of chicken. So for this recipe calls for 2 cups of walnuts to 2 to 3 pounds of chicken. I'm going to divide that in half, so I will use only 1 cup of walnuts. So make it a heaping scoop. Yeah, I like the taste of nuts. Okay. I'm just gonna put that on the stove top and have that heating at a low temperature, since my back will be to it while I'm doing the other preparations. Okay. So I'll put that on really low, okay, while I work on the onions. And you might notice this pot here, this clay pot or this pottery item, and this is a tagine. I believe it's of African origin, and it is a old style slow cooker. I believe the shape of it helps to retain heat. There's a single hole here. I can move this back to main, and that allows the steam to come out. So we're going to try using this. It's more for aesthetics. We've never used it on the show, and we are making a stew. Promise not to keep you on the stream for too long. We're going to cut the chicken into smaller cubes so it doesn't take too long to cook, but thought that it'd be really nice to feature this on the show, and it just gives it some cross-cultural flair. Okay, so we're going to grab a few onions. And simply dice those up. Okay. I could actually cheat. I've got, I might do that. I have got the bullet out because we will be using the food processor to blend the walnuts to make a nice smooth paste later on. So I think since we're going to end up using this anyways, and it's going to get washed all the same, then it makes sense to use that. Yeah. I'm always chopping on this show, but when I can't chop and I have to blend, then we take out the food processor. And yeah, it's good to do your activities in bulk, so since we're going to have to take care of that in the cleaning anyways, we can use that for preparing other ingredients in addition to the walnuts. Okay. Yeah. And I'm quite a fan of onions, and I think Gunsmith is as well. Yeah. Onions are used in a lot of cuisine, and I tend to add more of it in my dishes. I like the taste of onion, and they're healthy, so that's always a good thing. So I've never actually made rice with onion cooked right in it. Oftentimes my rice is just plain, and for Shiretone's birthday a couple months ago, we featured nasi kuning, which is a fragrant yellow rice of Indonesian origin, and that was rice cooked with cardamom. I think there was cinnamon in there, coconut milk. So I find it interesting to cook rice with other ingredients right in it. Usually rice is topped with something. In a way, I think of rice as a bread. It accompanies the savory dish, but yeah, it's quite fun to try new things. Yeah, at least that's new for me. Good morning, DJ. So I need sunglasses. I think if I step a little that way. Okay, so there. I think that's a bit better. Yeah. And thank you for tuning in, DJ Stokes. Welcome to our channel. And please let us know what country you're tuning in from. Yeah, and today we are making Fesenjan, which is a Persian chicken stew made with walnut paste and pomegranate. Yeah, and we are pairing that with safflower rice, and we are preparing the onions that will go in both the rice and the chicken stew. And we have in the background some walnuts that are toasting ever so lightly on low heat. I tend to over toast because it takes time, and I used to have a tendency of just cranking up the heat, but that would overcook it. And so I found the best way is to put on low heat and leave it alone and work on other food preparation. Yeah. I don't think I'm following the recipe in terms of the number of onions. I'm just prepping a good number of onions. There's 3 here, and I have an extra one to the side. Should probably just go ahead and use them all because onions are always good, but we'll see. Yeah. I think I'll stick with 4 onions. Could do more. They shrink too after they're cooked. Okay, so we have viewers in the channel from the US. So Death Eaters, one of our moderators is from North Carolina. Pisara is from the UK, near Bristol. Gunsmith is from California. So, yeah. And I'm from Canada. I'm from the Greater Toronto area. Why am I saying Greater Toronto area? I'm from a suburb called Markham, which is a city that is north of Toronto in Ontario, Canada. So Toronto is the financial capital of Canada, and the city that I'm from, so it's not really a suburb, it was, but it's now a city, is known as the fastest growing city in Canada and also the technology capital of Canada. But it doesn't compare to Silicon Valley in California. So yeah, we're much smaller than the US. Yeah. We have only a few major cities here in Canada. Yeah, and most of Canada is small town or rural, so yeah. So Gunsmith Cat, is 4 onions a lot or too little? I think I'll divide it evenly. A couple of onions for the stew and a couple of onions for the rice. And just to warn you, if you're wearing headphones, the bullet or the food processor will be quite loud. So I'll give you a heads up. And I'll also move, maybe I'll do it at the back where it's a little bit, to give it a bit of distance from the mic. Okay, 4 onions are fine for you. Yeah, I think that's good. I'm actually dividing the recipe in half, so I think 2 onions to 1 pound of chicken is probably a good proportion. To 1 cup of walnuts as well. Yeah. Okay. And the onions are different sizes too. They're approximately a medium-sized onions. Okay. These are going in the compost. All right. Give this a coarse chop so that it fits into the food processor. Okay. And then I'm going to move this to the back where it won't be beside the mic. I'll also just give the walnuts a quick stir. And turn your volume down or mute it if you're wearing headphones. Okay. Okay. Guess I don't have to change it, but why not? Oh, you can't see. Okay. Oh, it's already there. It's probably overstuffed, and I don't have a problem with that. But the way to get around that is to make sure you get the big pieces close to the blade. So that's sort of my trick to shake it. Okay. Okay, now we're back. We actually didn't dice the onions, we minced them. But it will work nicely with the stew and the rice. So that was a shortcut. I didn't end up cutting these up. It's all prepared. And we're going to heat these up, we're going to heat these up in our lovely tagine. I probably don't need to keep switching the camera like that. And yeah, let's get started. Okay. we're going to add a bit of butter or margarine to caramelize the onion. So I will use, I'll just use this spatula. Okay. Fire it up. I'm going to give the walnuts a little bit more toasting on the other stove top. It's actually hard to tell how toasted they are because the walnuts are naturally browned. It's unlike toasting sesame seeds, which obviously turn from the beige color to a golden toasty color. So I'll sort of just leave it on there for a while. And maybe it'll release some aromas to indicate that the walnuts have been toasted. Okay, so you can see the margarine melting. Yeah. It's quite different. You can see some smoke coming up. Okay. Wonder what that is. Just going to add the pureed onion to it. Oh, okay. It's not sizzling yet. It's not quite that hot. Lower the heat. There is something smoking. Okay. I'll let that saute for a while. It's on low heat since my back is to the camera, and same with the walnuts. Okay, we can also start rinsing the rice. The recipe calls for basmati rice. We don't have basmati rice here. I think I could have came up with it by borrowing some or asking my parents for some. They live only a couple of doors away. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. I don't know why the alert isn't showing up. Let's see, alert. But please let us know what country you're tuning in from, and welcome to Cook for Fun TV. Hi, Atlantiker, and thank you for joining our channel. We're going to make 2 cups of rice. We do one. One will cook faster. Okay, I'll do one. And this is a rice colander. My husband has specifically bought this for washing rice. It's a very irregular looking basin with some holes to help strain the water when washing the rice. It's got holes all along the bottom. It's supposed to hold water in it and slowly drain it out so that you can wash it while you're rinsing the rice. Normally, I would just use the rice pan, if that's what you call this, or another bowl, probably another bowl. This is coated, and the rice grains could scratch it up when the rice grains are raw. Use another bowl and cover it with water, and use a separate strainer to drain the water out. So this is sort of like a 2-in-1, so that you don't have to have both a bowl and a strainer. A gunsmith, I didn't know about this either until my husband researched it and saw a YouTube video on how to wash rice, so he went and ordered it. Okay, let's see here. You're from Spain. Wonderful. I'm wondering if your flag is above my head. I will double check. If not, we're going to add that to our banner, as we always like to get cooking ideas from around the world and do a lot of international and cross-cultural cooking here. So we're using jasmine rice, which is more of an East Asian rice in East Asian cooking. And the recipe calls for basmati rice, which is more, I think, Middle Eastern and Indian cooking. So we're mixing it up. And what kinds of foods are beloved dishes of Spain? We always like to learn about new cooking ideas and dishes, and feature what we can on the show. So do let us know. Okay, so I'm going to put one rice. I will end up making more rice later, but I want it to be ready before the stream is over. So, okay, put that aside. And I'm going to go to the sink and give that a rinse. Okay. Let that strain. And when cooking rice, you don't need to use a rice cooker. I happen to have one, and I don't have to monitor it while preparing other foods, which is helpful. If you don't have a rice cooker, simply follow the instructions on your packet of rice. It normally says one part rice grains to 2 parts water. That's usually the very basic ratio between rice grains and water. And bring these to a boil, and lower the heat to a simmer once you have the water to a rolling boil, and monitor it so that the rice doesn't burn at the bottom of your pan. Give it a stir every now and then. So that's sort of the very traditional way of cooking rice. With the rice cooker, I don't really have to go back and forth to check, and I can have my back to it while I'm preparing other stuff. So for this show, we're using a rice cooker, and it's great because it's got markings on it. So I used white rice. We use white rice, and there's markings to indicate how much to fill the water to, and at the bottom there's like a 0.5 and there's a 1, and I'll just follow that. It's pretty easy. My grandma in Hong Kong, she didn't need to measure it. She just and her rice cooker didn't have the indicators, and so she would add water. She would just know. She would just eyeball it and just know. Yeah. Okay, I'm just catching up on the chat. A famous rice recipe in Spain is paella. Okay, I'm gonna look that up. Yeah. We haven't featured a lot of rice dishes on this show, We had the yellow rice from Indonesia with made with turmeric and cardamom and cinnamon. I think there was star anise in it, and even lemongrass. And today we're doing the safflower rice, but paella. Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. What is in paella? Yeah. Okay, the Ukrainian viewer. I think I added that a couple of streams ago, but if it's not reflecting, show me. I'll just do that right now. I'll make sure that it's been updated. Okay, press OK. I don't know if it changed, but sometimes we have to do that. Yeah. Ukraine, and I think I added Norway as well. Yeah, I think Ukraine might be to your left, one of those flags on that side. Okay, so our rice has been strained. We're just gonna add that into the pot. There's some rice bits left, so I'm going to just give it a rinse and make sure it goes right into the pot. That's okay if some water goes into it. That's fine, because we do have to add water to the rice. Okay. Okay, and I'm just going to give the onions a bit of a stir so that they don't burn. So the onions are actually caramelizing. They're starting to get toasty. And the color is starting to brown, so that's good. Yeah, we might be ready to use in a sec. Okay, so I have my rice in here and some water. You won't be able to see it because when I start to level it to 1 cup, so I will just, I'll show you after I've filled it. I'm going to add chicken broth to it. The recipe actually says not to use any water, to use pure chicken broth. There is some water in here because I was rinsing the rice grains and some water got into it. I actually personally don't like to have heavily flavored rice, so I think having some of that water in there is good. I would have divided the broth amount by half or even less because the chicken stew itself is going to be very flavorful with both chicken broth and chicken pieces and it will have a strong nutty taste with all the walnut and pomegranate molasses. So I prefer the rice to be not too heavy because the dish will be very heavy in flavors. So it's good that we have some water in here. It will just lighten the taste a bit for the rice. So I'm going to fill it to the 1 cup marker, maybe a bit less since we're adding onion. Okay, so it's not too much. I'm going to add a pinch of safflower. Okay, big pinch. This isn't expensive compared to saffron, so I could be a bit more generous with it. Okay, you can see. So I hope what I would like is for the safflower to give off a nice color to the rice. It might not. Usually when saffron is used, it's diluted in water and the water turns red. So this isn't the real thing. This is safflower rather than saffron. So we might just have more of a fragranty rice rather than a colored rice, but we'll see. Another thing I could have done, and I still could do it now, is to use a mortar and pestle and grind up the safflower to see if I can get it powdery. So let's do that. Okay, so I'm gonna just try that. Yeah. If I can get it powdery, it might dissolve in the water and release and color the water a bit more. Okay, so it's nice and powdery. Okay, I'll just sort of. So one thing in this kitchen that we don't do too much of is we don't often wash our mortar and pestle. After grinding one spice up and using it, we just simply go ahead and grind the next spice up, and it sort of adds flavor to your food that way. So before I had grounded the safflower up, I can see that there was a bit of cracked pepper in the mortar. I don't know if this is a mortar and this is a pestle or the other way around. Mortar and pestle. I think this is a pestle. Yeah. Okay. So there's traces of safflower stain on it, and that stays there. We don't wash it, and for the next spice we grind, it will have some safflower fragrance to it. Yeah. Hi there, Norwell Horn. How are you? It has been a while. How have you been? And have you seen this kitchen? We moved in here approximately 2 months ago, but previously our kitchen was a little different. We had a gas stove, so things have changed. But you might have tuned in when we were in this kitchen. Yeah, it's been a while. Oh, was that the dog? Probably. Yeah, I did hear him come by as I was talking and explaining. Oh, and here, yeah, you can see the liquid has actually changed in color. So we do see that orangey reddish hue. So that's good. So it did work using the mortar and pestle. So now we're gonna get that color. Oh, okay. Kent0456. When you were a kid, your dad made saffron rice. Wow, that's great. Yeah, I actually haven't made it before, and this isn't real saffron, it's safflower. It's the petals instead of the stamen of the flower. And all I hear are good things about saffron rice and how fragrant and aromatic it is. So yeah, that's really nice that your dad made. And your mom made a pasta with a pasta cranker. Yeah, I think you're missing. You're missing Costa Rica right now. But the good thing is that in Singapore, rice is abundant, probably both basmati rice and jasmine rice, because of its location and influenced by both Indian and East Asian culture. And you can probably make this at home. Yeah, you'll need to get a hold of some form of the safflower plant. Yeah. Yes, no problem. It's often busy, but yeah, it's great to have viewers. New and existing, drop by the show. Welcome anytime. Okay, let's check on the onion now. And we could probably put some onion in the rice cooker to get that started. Okay. All these wires on the table. Okay. black spots on the bottom of the tagine. This clay cookware, and I'll put about this much into the rice pot, and in that goes. All right, give that a shake, and I'll stir it. It'll also help clean the spatula too. I forgot. Someone gave me the name of what this. Oh, is it a spork? Oh, it's not a spork. Yeah. This one's a spork. I don't know what this one's called. I just call it wooden spatula. Okay. And if you see, there's a lot of nice colors going on here. There's the brown from the caramelized pureed onion. And an orangey color from the safflower. Great. And now we have a clean spatula too. Okay, we're gonna put that right into the rice cooker. I don't think you can see it on the camera. It's gonna start singing to us. I'll put it on. So just check that everything's good. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm going to turn off the stove that the tagine is on because the onions look pretty good. Then I'll have to cut up the chicken and put that on and brown the chicken. Okay. I'm also going to turn off the walnuts, let that cool down. I can't really tell if they're toasted. They've been on for quite some time and it is definitely hot here. Yeah, they should be toasted, just that it might not show because the walnuts are already brown. Okay. Wow, this is pretty. What I'm going to do is switch because it's still heating up. Do that. And I'll put this on. Oh, the clay pot actually gets really, really hot. So I guess that's the difference. Is this hot? No, they're both hot. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to grab the chicken. The chicken. It's actually boneless chicken leg meat. I do have chicken breasts, which I bought for last week's show when we made the matzo crusted chicken, but I found it really dry. I like dark meat rather than white meat, so it's just juicier. So we went and bought the other meat. Okay. Oh, how do you make a viewer's a food request? You just let us know in the channel, and we pretty much feature all requests. We have so far. We still have a couple of, like 3 more on the list that we haven't got to yet, but we pretty much will feature your request so long as the ingredients I can find them or substitute for them. I can make it happen. So just let us know in the chat, and I take notes after the show and I record them, and I will usually send you a private message to say that we're making your dish. So you will be notified. So let me switch that. Okay. So yeah. So we've got boneless chicken leg meat. Yeah, it's got some fat on it compared to more fat than chicken breast. So it'll be juicier. It's dark meat too. I'm gonna take 2 of these, or maybe 1.5. Let's do 1. They're quite big. 1.5 is actually slightly over 1 pound. I know because of the price. These were $2.98 per pound. So. And the total here is around $7. Okay, I'm going to, my hands are already full of salmonella, so I guess I'll have to just go with it. Maybe I'll just try to rip it without using the knife. No, you gotta Use it. Okay. 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 I should have used one hand rather than two. Now wash my hands and then put the rest of the chicken back in the fridge. Great. Excellent song. So, how can I make a food request on mobile so things might differ? On mobile. Oh, the song! You're talking about the rice cooker song. That was Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Yeah. Yeah. It is rare to come across a juicy chicken. Yes, I have a towel here. Okay. Yeah. Chicken legs are always good. Chicken thighs. Those are juicy. It's also possible to cook chicken breast so that it is juicy, but it's also easy to overcook it and and have a dry chicken breast. Yeah. Okay. So I'll have to wash my hands again because I know the handle of this knife has chicken juice on it, but yeah, it's dark meat. Wonder if I should trim some fat. Okay, I'll trim some fat because we know the meat's already juicy and I can see the fat, like it's on it. It's a layer of fat. Chicken fat has uses. I'm going to throw this out, but it does have uses. Yeah. The ingredients label for chicken broth often says chicken fat. When I made French fries a month ago, poutine, which is a Canadian dish involving French fries covered with cheese curds and gravy, I bought the gravy. I bought special gravy for that dish called poutine gravy. And the ingredients label mentioned chicken fat in it. I was expecting broth or something else, but they simply use chicken fat to flavor the gravy. So there are uses, but we're going to throw this out. I have saved chicken skin before and fried those up to get a nice crispy chicken skin. And I think Gunsmith mentioned that in the Philippines there are snack vendors in the malls that sell deep fried chicken skins and that are probably flavored or seasoned. And they're crunchy. They're just like eating chips, except you're eating pure chicken skin. It's tasty. I mean, well, for me, the best part of KFC chicken is the skin. Yep. Not always the healthiest, but in moderation. Yeah. Hi, Met Brochen. How are you? Welcome to our show. And please let us know what country you're tuning in from. Yeah, the flags above my head represent countries that viewers have tuned in from since our show started in December. Wow, almost half a year now. And we cook international foods. We do a lot of cross-cultural cooking on this show. So let us know where you're from and what types of foods are famous in the country you're tuning in from. Yeah, we always try to feature international dishes. So we're making a Persian dish today. It's chicken stew. It is chicken stew with walnut paste and pomegranate. And we're pairing that with safflower rice. Yep. So that's cooking in the background. We have we're using jasmine rice for that, which is an East Asian rice rather than basmati rice, which is typically used for saffron or safflower rice. And we've added to it caramelized onion puree and some chicken broth and water and the safflower, grounded up safflower. So it should have a nice orangey color, orangey brown color once it's cooked. Okay, so chicken manicotti. Okay, I'll look that up. That's Italian. I've never heard of it, so I'm very, very interested. Oh, and Pisra loves Italian food. Yeah, we made for Pisra's birthday a shrimp alla marinara with a homemade pasta noodle. And that was fun. That was the first time we featured homemade pasta on this show, and it people enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun to watch the pasta go through the machine and watching the pasta dough flatten. It was very relaxing to just sort of see it do its thing. Yeah. And then I featured it again for Death Vader's birthday stream. We made bow tie. We made pasta bow tie pastas. Yeah, so yeah, it's fun. I actually quite like making pasta. Thank you so much for the follow. I'm sorry I can't see who you are. I don't know why the alert isn't showing up, so that has to be fixed. But welcome to our channel. Thanks for following, and do let us know if you have any cooking ideas or viewer requests. Yeah, so today is also a viewer's request. To make the Persian chicken stew, Fesenjan. It's called Fesenjan. Don't know if the pronunciation is correct, but the last three letters I think is pronounced like Joon rather than Jan. And of course, we can't really use English as a way to describe how it's pronounced, because the original language that this I guess Fesenjan comes from is Farsi. So yeah, oftentimes when a language gets sort of anglicized for the purpose of just sort of being able to write it in English, the pronunciation gets affected by that. That happens to a lot of people with ethnic names, including my own name as well. So yeah. So tell us a bit more about the chicken manicotti and also the paella from our other viewer, from Spain. Yeah, I'll definitely look those up. Chicken manicotti. Yeah, you know, it's in North America, we have this preconception that Italian food is spaghetti with meatballs, or chicken Alfredo, ravioli, and pizza. But there's so much more. It's such a rich, every country has a rich culture of food. Food is very regional too. It's people in different parts of the country will have different cuisines. So yeah, it's always good to know about some authentic dishes. Yeah, I probably don't need to remove that much fat. Just it's sort of therapeutic too. So what's a good analogy for this? Like people who like to clean, people who like to groom themselves, they find it very relaxing to do stuff like this. To pick out every last piece of fat, or to be very detailed oriented. It is a type, there is a way to describe that. I know this sounds gross. I did look up, there are people, and including myself, when I was younger, I liked to pick at my zits. And it has to do with a natural sense of wanting to groom yourself. It's an innate nature to want to groom yourself. So I think I kind of feel that way with this chicken and removing fat. I want to get every little piece, but I won't. I just got off major chunks of fat, and we're good. I'm just going to cube it. A good thing to do, okay, a good trick to keep your meat tender is to cut across the grain rather than with the grain. If you cut across the grain, then it makes your chewing a bit easier. So that's one trick. I know Kent 0456 mentioned about the juicy chicken, and I think, being chewable sort of adds to that experience. So the grains, I don't want to move this so close, are running this way. There are actually lines. So I'm going to do a cross grain cut. I'm just going to, it's actually okay. I can actually cook it the way it is without cutting it up and cut it later, but no, I'm going to cut it. I do want to, it'll be more manageable now than later. Then I could, and it'll be faster too. Okay. So I'm cutting across grain. Oh, your birthday passed a few days ago, Norwell Horn. And you love Italian granny. Did I miss something in the chat above? That looks like a web link. Okay, I'll have to look at that, because if I use my cell phone to catch up, it's only going to show the more recent chats. It's not going to load the previous chat. I'll have to use my Nightbot to see. Well, happy belated birthday, Norwell Horn. Yeah, I hope it was fun. A few days ago, so it was last week. So are you still celebrating now? Is it part of your birthday weekend? You know what? If it technically is, we can definitely do an ad hoc birthday celebration. So let's do that. Yeah, because it's not like it was a very long time ago. Happy belated birthday. Am I using the link? Oh, sorry, just catching up. Peter really loves Italy. Italy is known as a romantic place too. And a lot of the buildings, the cobblestone, they are so picturesque. Yeah. And there's lots of lovely bakeries there too. I've been there once. Would love to go again. It's far though, so it's not a trip I can make often. But and a lot of people go to Italy for culinary courses too. Yeah, there are a lot of cooking classes there for tourists, or for like short-term ones for people who are visiting. Okay. So Gunsmith, for this recipe, I don't know if it's the same one you sent me. Yeah, you can check by entering !recipe. It'll show up. Yeah. But I do find that a lot of recipes have very similar ingredient mix. Pretty much your basic ingredients are walnut, pomegranate molasses, and then there could be a variation among the spices that are added, which don't represent a large amount, like a pinch basically, or 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, nutmeg, cinnamon. Yeah, I've seen safflower too in one variation. Yeah. Oh, Kent 0456 is of Italian origin, so Kent can share information about Italy on this show. Yes, that is right. I know that the food is diverse, like the north and the south are different. And that's typically the case with a lot of countries, just because the influences around you are different. That happens in the US as well. It happens in Canada. Yeah. And what I'm doing, if you can see, is that, so I've cut strips cross grain. Now I'm just going to go over them to ensure we have like medium-sized cubes. they won't be perfect cubes or squares, but just so that they're easy to serve. Yeah. Now, I love making dishes that are viewer request items because it enables me to learn something new. I get to look it up right away, find the ingredients, and read up on it a bit so that I can kind of understand what the major flavors going on and the techniques going on are, and I learned something new. So I've never made this dish before. I have seen it at a fast food restaurant. I was at the Persian restaurant, and my husband and I, we picked out the kebabs because we weren't being adventurous. We were being very, very boring. We picked out the kebabs. I think we picked up like beef kebabs and chicken kebabs. But I did see this dish, and we weren't. What we saw was mainly the sauce, and we weren't sure really what it was because there wasn't a description. And one thing I read about this dish is that a major comment that I read was that it's not attractive. When the walnut is processed, grounded up, it's just this brown, beigey color. And that's pretty much what the stew is cooking in. The pomegranate molasses is this dark, thick syrup. And you don't see much other color than this like browny, beigey color. And the chicken doesn't have any color. And so people often, they garnish it with pomegranate, what they called arils, A-R-I-L-S. That's a new word for me, arils. They're called pomegranate arils, but to me it's just pomegranate seed. Pomegranate seeds sprinkled, and then the red against the browny beigey color. Thanks so much for the follow. Please let us know what country you're tuning in from. I'm so sorry I can't address you by your username because I don't see the cute icon that we have. Oh, we have to get that back on. But thanks so much for tuning in, and hope you're having a great day. And we will add your flag in the banner if it's not already there. Okay, missing. Thank you, Pisara. Yes, our following has increased. We were on a show on Tuesday. So another streamer, Ratini's Kitchen, they have a very professional setup with a production studio that has all these fancy cameras. They have featured a 10-hour streaming marathon to celebrate getting their subscribe button. And they asked other cooking streamers to make appearances on the show. So I had a 20-minute segment where me and the chef on the other show were engaged in a challenge to transfer rice grains from one bowl to the other using butter knife for the first round, fork for the second round, and chopsticks for the third round. And we had to transfer only one grain at a time. And the next challenge was peeling an apple without breaking the skin. So it was good times. It was fun to say hi on that show and to get to be on the show together. A lot of fun to collaborate that way. And then Chefin' Awesome was on the show a little later that day, and so was Working Chef. So Chefin' Awesome and Ratini did an onion dicing contest using their less dominant hands. So they were both right-handed, so they used their left hand. And Chefin' Awesome, Working Chef and Ratini did in a carrot peeling contest. They had to see who can peel 12 carrots the fastest. So yeah, it was just fun to collaborate that way. And that also helped to bring some followers over to my channel too. Yeah, France. Okay. I don't think I've had a request for any French food yet. And I don't know very much about French food. Yeah. I know that French, they have like foie gras, which is like duck liver, and that's a specialty. They have liver pate. They do cook with duck more often than in North America. But I don't know a lot about French cooking. Yeah. So it's always fun. Oh! North Wellhorn. You feel lucky you followed me before the. That's right. That was a long, long time ago. The flag setup might have took a month. Wow. It's been a while. Hi, Ronnie the Gamer 15. How are you doing? And you're from North Carolina, so you are joined by one of our moderators, Death Vader, who's frequently on the channel. So you'll have a chance to see Death Vader. Death Vader is also from North Carolina, and often talks about their dogs. They have 3 dogs: Lukey Man, or Luke, also known as Lukey Man, CJ, and Smitty, who are racers. They are competitive dog racers, and every week they're racing. Yeah, thank you so much for the follow. I can't address you by your username as it's not showing, but welcome to the channel, and please let us know what country you're tuning in from, and we'll make sure your flag is up there. Yeah, and we do international cooking, and we're making Persian chicken stew, which is made with walnut paste and pomegranate. Okay, so let's get this onto the stove, and I'll come back. I will come back to the front too. Okay, and I think the walnuts are cooled down by now. Okay, bring this over. Wash my hands. Yeah. While I'm at it, I'm also going to rinse this. Oh, I actually didn't have to rinse it. Okay, that's fine. Because I'm going to grind up the walnut to make the walnut paste, but it's going to go into the same pot as the diced onion, so that's okay. No problem. And bring the mic over. And I think we got some questions. Oh, did I win? Did I win the challenges with Rotini? I won one of them. There were 4 rounds. I won one of them. Yep. Important thing is that we had fun. So I won the rice grain round. You know what? I see some burnt. I'm going to take the onion out, and I'm going to clean off those burnt pieces, because that's just not healthy. So I'm going to take out the onion. The onion is good. The onion isn't burnt. It's caramelized, it's browned, it's toasted, it's good. That looks like really little, but that's what happens when you puree it. And I'm going to get another wooden spatula, scrape off this burnt stuff, because this isn't healthy. Yeah. I do the same with toast. I use a fork and I scrape off the burnt parts. This isn't good for you at all. Right? I mean, I know we eat it often when we have barbecue and the chicken wing tips are burnt. It happens, but if you can avoid it, try to avoid it. Yeah. I'm going to scrape it, and I'm going to give it a scrubbing. I might not get it all off, but I'll try at my best because it's not healthy. Yeah, and this clay pot is not non-stick. It would have required a lot more oil to keep it from doing that, but we actually had a good approximately 2 tablespoons of margarine. That's a lot. It's not really necessary to drown the onion butter or oil or margarine. Scraping that. It's pretty stubborn. All right, so that's gonna go in the bin. I'm going to give it, yeah, you might not see me. I'll just give that a quick rinse. Quick scrub. To get the majority off. It happens. Okay. It's not 100% gone. What do you call that? The burnt stuff. It's not 100% gone, but it'll be better. Okay. So I'm going to heat up the stove. It's a bit wet, so it might get steamy on us. And yeah, I'll let it, it's on high, I'll let it dry. And once it's dry, I'll add the olive oil and start browning the chicken. Okay, what I can do while we're here is grind the walnut paste, and I could mute the mic while doing that because I brought the mic to the back already. Okay, and I'm also going to open up the chat on my phone because that way I could see. So we're just letting the pot heat up and let some of that water evaporate before adding the olive oil to brown the chicken. Okay. And oh yes, so Ronnie the Gamer's question is, where am I from? We're broadcasting to you from Markham, Ontario. Markham is a city north of Toronto in Ontario, Canada. And where am I from? Because I sometimes understand what the real question is. Where am I from? I'm ethnically Chinese. Yeah, my background is Chinese. My parents are from Hong Kong, so I am Canadian-born Chinese. Oh, did I answer Gunsmith's question? So I did win the chopstick round. I did. Okay, I think it's dry now. Oh, I was in the cooking show on your birthday. Okay, cool. So, we will light a candle for your birthday. You'll have to wish me luck in lighting the candle because the book of matches I have, I don't know what you call it, but that part where that's a lot of oil, but yeah, that's good. Make sure it doesn't turn black again at the bottom of the, okay, I'm gonna put this knife in the sink. It's gonna have to be cleaned. It's got chicken juice on it. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I might have to call Mr. Cook for Fun or Mr. Hand to help me light the match because the part of the book of matches that you have to scratch to get the match to ignite, it's sort of worn out. I don't know what you call that. I don't know what a lot of things are called. I don't know what that black residue you get when you burn something is called. I just call it burnt parts, burnt stuff. There's got to be a proper name. Yes, Gunsmith. It's a good thing I won that. Won the chopstick round for the knife transfer. Wherever there's no oil, it's sticking right away. That's the thing with this pan. Yeah. I think I'm going to add some margarine too. I like the flavor of the butter substitute. Ooh. So like you can see around the rim of the clay pot or the tagine, there's like smoke, and I checked. The bottom of the pan is dry. The stove top is dry. There's no oil there. It's just it just must be the nature of pottery. I don't know. I find that really weird. I'm gonna have to turn on the fan though, just to keep things a bit safe here. It seems like all the oil has like pooled to the edges, so I'm concentrating by putting the chicken there. I know it's gonna burn the moment I put it in the middle. What I might do is, yeah, I'm gonna add some butter or margarine to help keep it from sticking. Yeah, it sticks right away. Okay, I'll do that. Add my margarine. Oh, it's called the Striker on the matchbook. Okay. Very good. The Striker. And what are those like black pieces or the I don't know, the black stuff that you get when you burn something called? Ooh. Okay, very, very fatty and buttery. Okay, let's try that. See how we go. Okay, I'm gonna lower the heat too. Okay, I'm just gonna dump it in now. All right. Oh, charbits. Okay, charbits. I'm just worried about sticking. Yeah. Can you hear me okay with the fan on? Alright, so let's... Okay. Alright. So I'll let that, oh, suit. Yeah, maybe it's called suit. I think it's called suit though when you're referring to a chimney, or someone working in a mine. But yeah, it's, I don't know, charbit suit. Okay, I'm shouting, hi, it's Waga. So this is your viewer's request. This is your Fesenjan, and we're making it in a tagine, right? Yeah. Okay. So I'm shouting so loud, eh? Okay. All right, so let's put our walnuts in. Let's see if I can get this without dropping. I'm not. It's gonna drop. It's not hot anymore. Yeah, the indicator went off, so let me do my hands. All right. Oops, one piece. Okay, so that's done. Put that away, make it cleaner. And grab the lid. Okay. Oh, the fan's quiet and I was shouting. It's not the first time I've done that on this show. Pretty embarrassing when that happens and I don't realize it. Okay. So right now it's Waga. We're just browning the chicken. And we're going to grind this up. It's a bit dangerous. I'll cover it for a second. Shouldn't be using this plug, but with most appliances, all the cords are really, really short. Okay, so I like to pulse it because with nuts, it's more impact on the blades, and I have broken a nut grinder before. I put a frozen fig in the nut grinder, and the neck attached to the blade just broke right off. So it's good to pulse it to just because like if something gets lodged in the blades, then and the motor is running, that could cause your processor to just break. But I think this is okay because these walnut pieces they're not big. The fig that I used was really big. Good morning, Chris Jack Online. How are you? You can't see me. Yeah. There could be some. Oh, it's okay. The blades are clear. Just sort of use the back of this chopstick anyway. Stick it back in. Yeah, okay. Another trick is to add some water too. Some water will help make it into a smooth paste. Okay, I'll add some water to it. A bit of water. Yes, you're right. It's in the danger zone. Okay. Yes. Thanks for, yeah. The stuff we do to stream. Okay. So I'm going to move that out of the danger zone. And I guess I didn't even get it on camera, so it wasn't worth it to do that. Yeah. All right. This. Okay. So we have a nice paste here. Look at that. Okay. All right. Now let's check on our chicken. Very good. It's actually cooked. Once I put the lid on it, it got cooked, and it's, I can turn up the heat, maybe reduce it a bit so that I could get some browning going. But it looks cooked. And a lot of juices came out of the chicken as well. That's the rice cooker. It's the rice is ready. Hi, Nunes Benjamin. How are you? It's been a while. Hope you've been well. This is saffron rice or safflower rice. Yeah. And it's got some diced onion in it and chicken broth in it. Okay. So I'm letting that reduce to see if I can get the color to be more brown. But we have some brown specks on it, so that's okay. It'll still be good. Okay. Now let's Okay. So the rice is ready. So let's take a look at that. I like to see you guys, so I'll move it back to friend. Moroccan recipe. This is a Persian recipe. It's Fesenjan, and it's a chicken stew with walnut paste and pomegranate molasses, paired with safflower rice. But is there a Morocco? Do you mean Morocco? Is there a specific request you'd like to make? Hey, Gani, how are you? It's been a while. Yeah. How's it going? And we're making a Persian dish. Okay. So, here's our rice, and you see the swirl on top. That's actually the diced onion. It didn't get quite mixed, so I'll just manually mix that up. And I don't have a coaster. I'll just have to grab a towel. This clean towel as a coaster. Okay. We'll use this spatula. So normally when rice is cooked, you have to do what's called fluffing it up. Fluffing it up is just giving it like a stir so some of the steam and the heat could come out. And it also prevents the rice from sticking together to do this. It's called fluffing it out. Yes, that's the rice melody. The rice cooker it plays songs when you turn it on, and when the rice is ready. Okay. What I'm going to do is, I want to do something special. Okay. This is a pot. Put this back in the rice cooker, and I'll get back to this. For the surprise. Ah, my glove got stuck. Okay. I don't think we need the fan. Nothing is smoking. It's just steam. That looks pretty good. Oh, okay. I've never tried that trick, Chris Jack online, using oil if the rice is sticky. Okay, so let me catch up on the chat. You do a lot of things in your rice cooker. That's great. You cook fish, pasta, chicken, and mango. Wow, I'm gonna have to get some tips from you. Well, thank you, Ronnie, the gamer. We'll see how this turns out. It'll look better once we start to plate it and add some color. I mentioned that the main sauce is quite, doesn't have much personality. It's just this beigey color. So we will add some red to brighten it up. Yeah, we're going to do a couple of neat things. Okay, so let's turn it down to medium. I'm going to put just going to check on these. Oh, it is reducing quite nicely. Okay. Yep, and we're getting some more browning happening. That's good. Okay. And Kent0456, I can tell this chicken is juicy. I can just tell by looking at it. There's just so much juice that comes out, so this is a good choice of meat. It's boneless chicken leg meat. Okay. Okay, good. As long as it's not burning, lower the heat. Okay. Now we'll add the chicken broth, because I don't want anything else to stick to the bottom, and I'm not going to be monitoring, so I'm going to add the chicken broth. Oops. Okay, we'll add 1 cup of chicken broth. So it's going to be very flavorful for sure. Okay, so 1 cup of chicken broth. Fire it up. All right. Okay. And we will add the walnut paste to it. I'm sure there is an order of doing this. I'm just sort of putting everything in. In the end, it's all going to be simmering for a while for the flavors to infuse. So it's not, I don't think it's crucial, the order that you put these remaining ingredients in. So this is 1 cup of walnut that was firstly toasted and then grounded to a paste. And I had to add water to the blender to get the walnuts to grind. So the content may actually look like it's more than 1 cup because of the water. Yeah. I didn't measure up the water. I just sort of turned on the tap and put approximately a 1/4 cup of water. Because in the end, it all simmers in this broth, and this the simmering over a long period of time will reduce much of the excess liquid. But it's going to be so flavorful because we've added chicken broth, and I don't think all recipes require adding a broth. The chicken naturally has a flavor to it. The broth just sort of enhances it. You might notice too, I'm not going to add salt because the chicken broth has salt in it. I actually find broth to be quite salty, so I'm going to go, I'm not going to add any more sodium to this dish. Okay. What I would normally do is I like to get every last bit, so I would take a spoon. And get some of the liquid, put it in, and give it a shake to get every last drop, because a walnut is good stuff. It really is. Okay, put this here, and gotta put the onions in too. Give it a little stir. I could cover it with a lid and give it a shake, or even put it back on the machine to. But I won't do that. It's loud. I'll just. And yeah, it's working out. I'll do this. And Canadian Fesenjan. If you have any tips to share, let us know. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have my backside to you like that. I should change it up. I'm a bit embarrassed. I had my backside the whole time to you. Okay. There, that's better. Okay. So now we got more of it and we're not wasting it. Ha ha ha. Okay. Okay. Put that aside. Okay, I'm gonna grab a bunch of things and bring it over here. And question is, where's Winston? Winston is sleeping. He's actually not far from us. He's about 10 meters away from me, and I will have him say hello. So stay tuned, and he will make an appearance. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I need a silicone spatula. I don't have I have this. Is this called a spatula? I find all these things are called spatulas, but yes, I have a silicone one. But that's okay. Nothing has stuck so far. I mean, we had the chickens. We had some onions sticking to it. Oh, okay, yeah, that's good. Because there's liquid, so It's not dry anymore, so it's not sticky. Wow, it's very, very creamy. Interesting. I've never eaten this before. But I know with all that walnut, it's going to be really, really tasty. And it's healthy. I think walnut is a superfood, and so is pomegranate. So this is a pretty healthy dish. Woo. It's a lot runnier than I thought. I think it's due to the chicken broth. Maybe I didn't really need chicken broth. I was kind of hoping for like a thick gravy, but that's okay. It's going to be simmering, so it will reduce. Okay. So we got to put the onion back in. I took it out because I washed the tagine, the clay pot. Okay. And work that in. I'm going to lower the heat. Okay, it doesn't have to be high anymore. So you can't see very much. Everything is covered by the walnut paste. And so it's common to garnish it with pomegranate to just brighten up the color and just add some more presentational appeal to this dish. Okay, wow, it's bubbling quite a bit. I have it on low heat. Maybe I'll just turn it off for a bit. Okay. Oh, okay. Now we add the pomegranate molasses. Oh, it's hard to open. Okay, I'll need to do that rubber band trick. Rubber band trick. Okay. Rubber band trick. I'm going to use 2 rubber bands. One for the base. Make sure it's... Look at that rolling bubble, rolling boil. And my heat is actually completely off. Yeah. Okay, so it's the rubber band trick. Wish me luck. I think it's pretty stubborn. Okay. Okay, it worked. All right. So, why does the rubber band trick work? The rubber bands create friction so that when twisting the lid or stabilizing it with one hand, neither of your hands slip. It adds friction to prevent the slipping. So, yeah, usually people put the rubber band on the lid only, but it felt pretty stubborn that I put rubber band on both the bottle and the lid. Okay, so I'm going to use 3 tablespoons of pomegranate molasses. This is pomegranate molasses. Okay, I bought this at an international grocery store in the Middle Eastern section, but if you can't find this, you could make it yourself by getting lots of pomegranate and reducing it to get to the leftover syrup. That could be very expensive. Pomegranates are usually pretty pricey. Another substitute that you can use is cranberry juice and reduce it into the syrup. Cranberry and pomegranate, they don't taste exactly the same. They share some similarities in taste in that they're both tart. They have this kind of like light acidic flavor to them. So I'm going to use 3 tablespoons. And I don't even know what this tastes like, so I'm going to give it a taste test after I put it in. Okay, 2. Thanks, Chris Jack online. If I want it more creamy, it's actually reducing quite nicely. I can see the sauce has thickened on its own. Okay, so now that it's bubbling, but it's not bubbling too much, I'm going to turn the heat back to low. I turned it off for a sec because it was just too bubbly and steamy. Okay. right. There's 3 tablespoons of molasses or pomegranate molasses. It's quite thick, and I'm gonna have to wipe the neck of the bottle before putting the cap on so it doesn't stick again. I'll just sort of every last drop counts. Okay. Then I'll add like a bit of the other spices too. So we've got turmeric, not much. Very little. This is a 1/4 teaspoon. I'm going to add maybe half of that, maybe 1/8. Just a bit. I think I'm making a mess here. Try to clear the space so the camera view isn't just displaying mess. Some cinnamon, same thing, just like 1/8 of a teaspoon. A pinch would do. And some recipes don't even require these, but why not? This recipe does, and I have the ingredients. Okay. So I added turmeric, cinnamon, and nutmeg. Okay. Chris Jack online. I'm glad you think it looks yummy. It's just, it's very neutral in color. It doesn't have much color to it. It's brown and beige, so just giving that a mix. Some of the chicken got stuck, but not really. I don't think I have any charred bits or soot at the bottom. It's just, the color, so yeah, I read online, it was kind of like a warning that the color or the dish won't look very attractive. And so what we're going to do is let this simmer. The chicken's already cooked, but we're going to let this simmer so that the flavors can infuse together. And we will prepare some pomegranate seeds to sprinkle on top. And we're going to make strawberry roses. Yeah, it's not part of the dish, but I'm going to add it. I think pomegranate is a nice touch. It's a nice fruity touch, and I think strawberry won't hurt. And the strawberry rose will also help to beautify it. Okay, so let's cover that. So I have it on low, and there we go. Okay. Now back to the front. Firstly, I'm going to wash. Wash our cutting board. It's covered with chicken. And my hair has done its own thing. I bought a new hair clip and it's not cleaning my hair up. Okay, so lots of soap. Okay, I'll move the mic before I wash. You don't need to hear the water. So close up. Lots of chicken juice on this cutting board. Lots of chicken juice on this cleaver. Just checking up on the chat. It's quite good. The font is, I think it's around 20 or 24, so I can see what you're typing from over here. Okay. Here, oops, that's loud. Sorry about that. Okay. So, we're going to prepare the pomegranate arils or seeds, pomegranate seeds, and also make strawberry roses. So let's get our box of strawberries out. I can put these in the fridge while I'm at it. use this rice bowl. So there's a trick to de-seeding the pomegranate. So firstly, we will cut it in half like this. I think it's crosswise. Okay. Ooh, some juice came out. That means it's ripe. Very good. Okay. Oh, we need a spatula. Okay. Then move this aside. I'll have a basin to catch the seeds. Okay, we'll see you later, Chris Jack Online. Have a great day and enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see you next time. And you can visit our Twitter page to see the pictures after we're finished cooking this dish. Okay, so this is a trick, and I posted the tutorial on my channel page. Okay, which one? Okay, I'm gonna try this one. Okay, you hold it like this, and you take your spoon, and you start to hit it. Oh, before you do that, sorry. You have to crack it. Like, without breaking it, you can hear that cracking sound. Crack it. So to loosen up the membranes or the wall, loosen them up. I'm going to keep doing that until it stops cracking without breaking the peel. Okay. Whoops. I just broke. Okay. Now it's time to stop. Then tap it. And some of the seeds are starting to fall. Just be careful not to hit your hand. It looks very funny. But you can see some of the seeds have come out and they're on my hand as well. So this is a trick to get it out. Yeah, so I got a lot in this quadrant out. That was when I was hitting it hard. So I go. And I can actually see it. Maybe you can see it too when I hit it. Okay, this part has lots of the seeds, so whoops. That's why I have to put the hand underneath to stop it from flying everywhere. Okay, I think I need the hand underneath it. And Winston went to pick up that seed. Yeah. And quite a bit have come up. Look at that. It's not that bad anymore. Woo, tons have came out. So we're getting there. Just don't hit yourself. Whoops. Because I'm hitting it very hard. Look at that, almost done. And when you get to the end, you can just pick them out with your fingers too. But it actually works. Oh, hello, Tuma Pasfu. How are you? Welcome to Cook for Fun. And thank you for joining our channel. Please let us know what country you're tuning in from. We're cooking international food. Today we're making a Persian Fesenjan, which is a chicken stew with walnut paste and pomegranate molasses. And we're gonna garnish this with actual pomegranate seeds to just add some more color to it. And it's all out. So your question was, why am I doing this? We're doing it in order to get this to turn to this, to turn to this, and to get all the seeds in here. And that didn't take long. Probably a couple of minutes and all the seeds were done. I'll do it again. Now that, yeah. Usually there's something stuck in there, but they're all totally removed. Okay, so you're from France. We were just mentioning, I think one of our viewers was mentioning that French food is quite good, and we've never actually had a request for French food. So today's menu is a viewer's request. It's Waga requested Fesenjan. And we always try to accommodate if viewers want to see certain foods or dishes featured. We try to make it happen, so that's what we're doing. So let us know. Let us know if you have any viewers' requests, and also what types of dishes you like to eat in France that are pretty famous in France. So is it better with my fingers to pick it out? Actually, it's harder. A lot of them are stuck. See, I'm trying to pick it out now. They're like stuck to the sockets. They're like hard. So I go like this, they come out. Ta-da, like tons have come out just from hitting it. A lot have come out, so it's a really, really nice trick. And I thought it'd be fun to show this on the show too. It's a great thing to do while the stew is cooking. Let me see. A piece dropped? Nope, he doesn't like it. You know what Winston likes? So Winston is the mascot for our show. He's our Boston Terrier dog, and he frequently makes a cameo appearance on the show. He likes meat. Give him a carrot or the vegetable. He's like, no. He's like, he likes meat. His treats are, oh, I'm sorry. I wonder why it's not working. BBTV Winston too. If you type in Winston, just Winston with a capital W, he will show up. I think I might have changed it so that it's easier, because BBTV Winston too, it wasn't always easy for everyone to remember, and we didn't know how to submit the request. We thought you had to put the BBTV here. There you go. Yeah. Good morning, and say hello. Hope I'm not waking you up with the spatula, but it's definitely working. Lots of seeds are coming out, because if you pick them out, oh, you'll like take ages to get it out. Our other half came out, all the seeds came out clean. It's really, really, yeah. And don't hit yourself, because I'm hitting this really hard. Oh, I think what I did was I forgot to crack it. The first step is to crack it. I did that with this one, and I went straight to the other half without cracking. So cracking it helps to break down the walls so that the seeds could come out. Yeah. And also the top is here too, so I don't know if that affects, like, everything is more like sealed together up there. I don't know if that's how it works. Hi, cool man. How are you doing? So, what is that emote? Is that a rocket? Chef John Reed is here to give you your just desserts. Oh, thank you. And welcome to our show. Hi, guys. Whoa, here it comes. Bring it on. I won't be able to read everything. I have my chat on my font at size 20, and it's just scrolling quickly. Thanks so much for the follow. And I'm hitting this fruit for all of you. So say hello. I'm sure you're getting a good wake up right now from all of the activity. right, Texturious. Welcome to our show. I'm helping to birth them, see? So many, I've given birth to so many of these wonderful seeds. Getting them to come out. Okay. I'm doing well. Thanks so much for the follow. Naughty fruit, fruit abuse. Okay. It's not coming out as clean as this one because this top half has the, thanks so much, the end that connects to, I guess, the plant, and the walls are bounded more tightly, so I might just have to manually do it. I mean, I was hoping it would all come out clean from this, and this is a fun part, but it might not, so I'll do some more. Okay, so I'll rip away some of the membranes or the walls inside the fruit to just sort of expose more of the seeds. Yeah, so I will have to manually pick some out with my fingers. But I think I removed a pretty major wall that was in the way and preventing a bunch of seeds from coming out. So let's try that again. Look at that. So a lot of them have been exposed. Vacuum it. Hi, Angry Papa Pug. I haven't forgotten you. I still have to, I have to be more proactive about getting rye flour to make your Finnish Karelian pasty. I'm sure I didn't say it properly, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Yeah, the rice pudding pastry. That's coming up, so I'll make sure to send you a whisper when we stream that, for sure. Yeah, today's stream is Itzwaga's request for Persian chicken stew, which is Fesenjan, made with walnut paste and pomegranate molasses. And we're garnishing it with pomegranate seeds. Thanks for the follow. I don't know who you are. My little cute alert is not on, is not showing up, but we'll get that fixed. And Angry Papa Pug, you mentioned, thanks so much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. We have a lot of viewers because I've been, Chef John Reed's viewers have decided to make a visit. So they're all getting, they're all getting this, they're all getting spooned. I said that 100% correct. Karelian pasty. Okay. 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 I'll try to get to all the questions, but it's a little bit active. Thanks so much for the follow. Well, Texturious, good luck with your school assignment, and hope you get an excellent grade. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, and hope to see you again. Have I ever made orange chicken or pot stickers? I've made pot stickers before. I made it a couple of times. I made Japanese gyoza with pork and cabbage, and I made Polish pierogies, Eastern European pierogies. Yeah. Okay. So Angry Papa Plug, that was your grandma's something your grandma made a lot. And Wolfie Hound, thank you so much for the follow. And let us know what country you're tuning in from. The flags above my head represent countries that viewers have tuned in from since our show started in December. And we love adding new flags to the banner, so let us know. And we love to learn about foods that are traditional in your country or culture. We do a lot of cross-cultural cooking here. So let us know. Please share. Okay, so we're down to the last seeds, and they're pretty embedded into the skin of the pomegranate, so I'll have to pick them out. I just have to crack this open. Okay, then I can get to the embedded seeds. So pomegranate, at least in Canada, isn't always available. And it's also pricey, so it's not something we eat a lot. Thank you so much for the follow and for supporting Cook for Fun TV. Yeah. Yeah. It might be easier to access in Iran because it's pretty much a very, very famous Persian dish. So maybe pomegranates are in abundance there. So if you don't know what they are, it's the seeds that you eat, and they're seeds that are embedded in a balloon. So when a balloon that's filled with liquid. So when you bite into them, you get a burst of juice explode in your mouth, followed by the crunchy seed. So it's got quite a nice. It's got quite a nice taste to it, and it offers a nice experience. It's good. And if you don't have access to pomegranate, some people substitute by using cranberry. Although cranberry is a lot stronger, taste is quite similar though. But pomegranate is lighter, and pomegranate contains a seed inside the bubble. But the recipe calls for pomegranate molasses. The pomegranate seeds are for garnish to make the dish look more aesthetically pleasing, because it's not, you'll see once I open the tagine that the sauce is a beigey brown color. The chicken is also like beige color, so there isn't much to look at. It doesn't necessarily look that attractive. It's just beige swimming inside beige. So the pomegranate seeds or arils. Thank you so much for the follow. I can't keep up. I like to be able to answer every comment, but I definitely welcome all the visitors from Chef John Reed's stream. So thank you and welcome to our channel, and hope you enjoy what you see, and hope you return next week too for our next show and the shows that come after that. Yes, I will cook in the tagine. Actually, we have our chicken stew simmering in the tagine right now, so we will head back to that view. We will switch the close-up between the stove and the front as well. Okay. So Spain, we're adding Spain today. I might have fallen behind in the chat. We're going to add Spain because we had our first Spain viewer join our show today. So we're going to add Spain. Cool Man doesn't like cranberry or pomegranate. Okay, it is a major taste in this dish. So when we're trying it, I'll see what you might be able to substitute with, so that we can make it work for you. We promote substitution. Sometimes certain ingredients aren't available where you are. Certain ingredients are not affordable where you are, or you might not have certain ingredients. And we think that if substitutions are possible and preferable, that you should go ahead and do them. So we'll try to find a substitution for you. Also, we liked our cooking to be affordable too, and pomegranate's expensive, so I would totally be in for using cranberry. But if you don't like cranberry, let's see what else we can do too about that. It's ugly but tasty. Yeah, so we're going to try to beautify this dish. So in addition to adding these pomegranate, they're called arils, A-R-I-L-S. I just call them seeds. I don't think anyone would understand me if I were to say arils, but that's what it said in the recipe, arils. I will make these strawberry roses. Okay. Wow. Angry Papa Pug is thinking about immigrating to Finland. Ah, wow. Very interesting. And that will be very culturally enriching for you too. Yeah. Briho, your flag will appear. Yes, after this show. We had our first Spanish viewer from Spain tune in earlier today, and once I find out where the viewers are from, then for the following show, that flag is reflected. So, yeah. Okay. What I'm going to do now, wash my hands, and I'm going to start making strawberry roses. And this will go in the compost as well. Okay. And I'm sorry if I missed any of your comments. It's been really active in the chat, but I appreciate all the love coming from Chef John Reed's stream. Always welcome. Okay. I'll put these pomegranate seeds aside. Get my hands are in. And I promised that I would do something special with the rice. So let's get started with that. Okay, a few things going on. Okay, we have our safflower rice and we fluffed it up already, and I just put it back. What I'm gonna do is put it in a mold. So we have a nice pyramid shape. Okay, so, okay. Put some rice. I'm using this funnel as a mold. These are oven gloves, oven mitts. To me, they look like gardening gloves, and I always tell my husband that these are gardening gloves. I do have other oven mitts too, but yeah, these are oven mitts. So, okay. Yeah, I haven't had any Japanese viewers. I actually don't get a lot of viewers from Asia. We once had, I think, a viewer from Taiwan and one from Korea and China. I don't know if their flags are up there though. Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm just covering the hole. And, because I know, okay, that's okay. I just want to plug up the hole. I'm going to sprinkle some pomegranates to here. So I'm making a rice mountain, but I want the top to have these pretty pomegranate seeds, like embedded in the mountain. That's what I want. Because if I try to sprinkle it on the mountain, they'll fall down. I want to embed some seeds into the rice mountain. Question is from Wolfie Hound, is if I bake in the tagine. I've never baked in it. In fact, I seldom use the tagine. I decided to feature it on this show since we have it, and the chicken stew is something that has to simmer. So a tagine is an old-fashioned slow cooker. the funnel shape of the lid is supposed to help retain heat. And the tip of that funnel has a little hole to let steam escape. So it's an old-fashioned slow cooker, and I thought it'd be appropriate for making the chicken stew. And it's quite a nice artistic piece too. Something nice to feature for the show, for the stream. So yeah, otherwise I typically don't use it. I'm afraid of breaking it. So I've never put it in the oven before. Haven't tried that technique. And I'd look it up before doing something like that. I wouldn't want to damage it. It's pretty. It's a nice piece for displaying. Yeah. You're a potter. Oh, you should make one then. Yeah. And you should stream yourself making it. And it is very nice. I mean, it's later in the show when I open the lid, the inside is blue. Yeah, it's painted throughout the tagine. It's quite nice. So I'm just packing the rice down so that it can take on the shape of this funnel mold. Okay, I'll flip it over. Okay, I'll just let that sit for a while. Okay, then I'll work on something else. I'll work on the roses. It's a busy stream. Okay, I'll put this aside. Keep things clean. And we're going to start making strawberry roses. Okay. I'm a wizard. Wolfie Hound. You could work your skill level up to that. Yeah. I wouldn't know how to make a tagine. This was purchased, or actually it was a gift. But that would make an incredible gift. Yeah, it's very, very unique, the tagine. The weird rice funnel thing. That's just a mold so that the rice, once I take off the funnel, the rice will have this nice mountain shape. That's all. Thanks so much for the follow. Wow. Okay. And let us know what country you're tuning in from. Okay. So I'm going to make strawberry roses. And I have these strawberries. So something like this wouldn't be ideal. Because of this pointy section of the strawberry, to make strawberry roses, the more ideal strawberry shapes are something like these, where you have a nice plump strawberry fruit. Even this has a point, but it's probably one of the better strawberries. Like this has a funnel shape, so it wouldn't work out too well. You want the outer edge to be as wide and high as possible, because those will form your outer petals of the rose. Okay, so we want the plumpest roses. I want to at least find a couple that I can work with. If not, we'll just sort of make do and try our best with the plumpest strawberries we can find. Like a lot of them are kind of triangular shaped, funnel shaped. Funnel seems to be the word of the day. Funnel, tagine. Okay, this is not bad. Okay, let's start with 3 roses. I'm making these roses because I wanted to make the chicken stew dish appear more attractive. Yeah, so I thought adding roses to it might help that. Ah, okay. So, Gay Cuts from the Ottawa area. I am broadcasting from Markham, Ontario, which is a city north of Toronto. So we're about a 6-hour drive apart. Very cool. Its water has never seen an otter. Strawberry fields in North Carolina. Too cold for a garden. That's right. Right now in Canada it's 3 degrees Celsius, just slightly shy of freezing temperature. It's cold. Oh, big strawberry. Yeah. Whoops. Got some bigger ones too. Oh no, I think this is the biggest one. The strawberry is actually the outer seeds. Oh! So the strawberry is the seeds, and so what's the fruit called? Interesting. I know science, yeah. I know we always get it wrong when it comes to science. Oh, okay, so we have to add the Irish flag, the Spanish flag. Okay, great. That means that you are the first Irish viewer. Yeah, I have yeah, okay. You're our first Irish viewer. Welcome to our show, and thank you for representing. And let us know what dishes represent your culture, your country. We're an international cooking show. Yeah, we're making Persian Fesenjan today. Great. Okay, I'm gonna demonstrate how to make these strawberry roses. So you find your plumpest strawberries that have the outer fruit as high as possible. And from looking at the fruit, I think I'm going to have 4 petals around the outer edge. So I'm just going to visualize it so that I can make some even cuts so that 4 petals will work. I could get away with 3, but they would just be very large, and I think I'll try to squeeze in 4. It'll look better. And if I do 3, I would have to cut more fruit and have fewer petals in the middle. So I'm going to start. So by looking at it, the dimensions, just slightly shy of 1 inch per petal, okay? And I want them, I think the height of each outer petal will be up to there, okay? I can't get the full height because then I'll be cutting into the middle, and the middle won't have any petals. So I think each petal will be that high, and each petal will be just slightly shy of 1 inch wide. Okay, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah. Yep, we're gonna add more flags. And thanks for representing Slimy17. Yeah. Okay. Irish stew. Okay, shepherd's pie. We had another request for shepherd's pie too. I'm thinking of doing a Dutch version. So in the Netherlands, there's a national dish or a very popular dish called stampot. And it's like a shepherd's pie, but it's cooked on a stovetop rather than in the oven. The ingredients are very similar. And I think that's a good way to showcase how foods from different cultures might have similarities. I really love doing that, just showing that food represents friendship and food can have no boundaries. So I think I'm going to do a stampot, which is like a Dutch version of shepherd's pie. And that'll be very interesting too. And I like that it could be budget friendly because using a big oven to cook a shepherd's pie uses up a lot of heat, whereas a stovetop sort of concentrates it to just that stovetop. So yeah, I like to promote budget-friendly ideas and also other cultures too. Yeah, you're the second person though to request shepherd's pie. Yes, it's hard to recognize the flags. I have to look it up each time I add the flag. Okay, I'm going to start carving this strawberry rose. And my disclaimer is that I haven't done it before, but I always try things for the first time on the show. we learn together. Okay, so there's my first petal. Okay, I have 3 more to go for the outer petal, so stay the same height. Okay, slightly less than 1 inch. Okay, this height here and down. I'm not using a fruit paring knife. I'm using a steak knife because I actually don't have a fruit paring knife. So, and it's working out fine so far. Yeah, so you can see the rose petals are coming out. Okay, get the height right. Down. Okay. Okay, let's make sure they're even. So, okay, without breaking. So I've got the outer petals. Okay, now keep going. Keep going. Okay, so I'm gonna just go 1/2 centimeter higher and do the same thing. Once I get to the middle, see if I have room to stick the knife in and do like a swirl. Okay. Okay. Maybe I could. Don't want to cut too deep. I'm afraid of the petals falling off, but I will cut as much as I can without breaking. Okay. Okay. What? I'm sort of just eyeballing it. I'm just sort of making a, yeah, so it's not done yet, but I've got some petals forming. Thank you. It would taste good with chocolate. And I've actually never seen strawberry rose on any menu. It's just something I thought of. Then I looked up the instructions on YouTube. I really wanted to find a way to make this dish more attractive because the only color we have going on is beige. We have beige chicken swimming in beige sauce. We really need to perk it up with some color. And that's why we will sprinkle some pomegranate seeds on it. The dish itself contains pomegranate molasses, but I thought maybe we'll add some strawberry roses. And I looked up, okay, this is going to be tricky. So I have this middle section, and I'm going to put my knife and try to swirl it. I know I'm going to end up cutting the tip off, but it's going to be tricky because it's not a very small knife I have here. Okay. Or you know what? I'm going to break it. So I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not going to do a swirl. I'm going to keep cutting petals. Yeah. That. I noticed a couple of techniques online. This is the easier way. Just cut your petals straight down. And the other technique is to cut your outer petals and then do a swirl cut in the middle. But you need the right tools for that. You need a nice, fine, sharp, and small knife for that. So, okay. Okay. I think I can cut out the middle. We just like some nice petals in the, like, blossoming outwards. So the middle, I think I can just cut it right out. I know you can't see it up close, so. Yeah, okay. Okay, it's gonna come out. Okay. Maybe I'll look better once, like you can sort of see it. I think once I put it somewhere and open up the petals, then you'll see them. See them more. Oh, that looks good. But once I flip it to show you, it won't. I know what I can do. I could put it on can I put it on my hand? Like once I touch it, the petals close. And I can show you close up. Hi, thanks so much for the follow. Hi, Blue Bite. It's been a million years. How are you doing? And how are your preparations for your trip to Korea? I know you'll be moving abroad for that, so hope that's going well. Yeah. Okay, so let me show you the close-up. I'll bring it to the tagine area, and you can see it. I don't know if you can get a good view of it, but when you look downwards on it, you can see the petals. Yeah, it's quite lovely. It's quite lovely. So I'll do that to 2 more. This is a very big strawberry, so we'll see if I can get some precision with the smaller ones. It'll be harder. The smaller they are, the harder they are to do. Okay, you can see that? Okay. All right. So same thing. I'm going to cut 4 petals, probably at a height of, I'll go to the height of, like in the middle of the strawberry. Okay. Okay. I'm actually going to try 3 petals. See how that goes. Because I'm working with a smaller strawberry. Ooh, okay. I made a pretty deep cut for that last petal. I'll show you in a second. It's hanging off of a hinge. It's like, it's like hanging off. That isn't so nice. Okay. So this will be a very blossomed strawberry. Or rose. Yeah. This one isn't so good because of that big petal that's flapping. This big one is good. But of course it's easier to work with a bigger strawberry. Oh, not so nice. We might have to make do with 1 strawberry, with 1 rose. And unless I keep it closed, it'll be like a closed strawberry bud. Just sort of. We need a strawberry doctor. Yeah, it's hanging on for dear life. Or I can always use a toothpick to sort of repair it. I've got a toothpick. Yeah. Nope, not handy. Yeah, it's behind the camera. Okay. I know what I'll do. I can cut it off. Yeah, eat that one. Okay. Okay. I'm a little nervous. The smaller ones are hard to work with. But most strawberries are this size, so it's a good learning experience. Okay. And I've never done this before. Doing it for the first time, live on Twitch. I've been to restaurants where I've seen other artistic things that were carved out of carrots and apples. I think I've seen a bird, like a phoenix once. Yeah. That'd be something fun to learn. Okay. So these outer ones look okay so far. I don't know. Okay, I'll just keep going, I guess. This one will probably turn out better. And when I get to the middle, I'll have to cut out the center. Okay, this one's better. I'll keep going. Yeah, it's getting a little weak. I don't have much fruit to cut anymore. Yeah, I think I have to pull it out. Yeah, it's all right. Okay, so this is better. Okay, I have to. Oh, the noise on the right. Coffee machine. Mr. Cook for Fun. He's having his coffee. Yeah. Okay, so that looks pretty decent. When it's in the proper position, it can open up. When I turn it to the camera, the petals sort of close up. Okay. Okay, so we have two good ones, and we have one with a leaf that's about to wilt, or a petal that's about to wilt. Yeah, I know I'm missing some of the comments, and I apologize. I'll try to catch up. Okay, so Angry Papa Pug is talking about a bacon cheeseburger with a fried egg on top. Yum. Instead of a bun, you use a donut. Calorie attack or heart attack. Oh, is that a thief? That's Mr. Cook for Fun. I've heard of that somewhere, a donut burger. I've never tried it. I don't think I can handle it. The richness from the donut and then the cheese and the meat. I'm sure it's really good though. Ah, salty, sweet, savory, sour. It's amazing. Wow. Maybe I'll try it. But is the donut flavored or is it just regular donut? Thanks so much for the follow and welcome to Cook for Fun. Hope you're having a lovely Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon or evening, wherever you're tuning in from. Yeah. And we will shortly plate our Fesenjan and safflower rice and garnish it with pomegranate seeds and strawberry blossoms or strawberry roses. We're not going to be hitting these strawberries. They're actually very, very fragile. Very unlike the pomegranate. Oh, Mr. Cook for Fun got a wave. I'll let him know. He's also known as Mr. Hand. Because one time I couldn't light the match. So we have a viewer online, but I don't know if the viewer's on Norhal Thorn, I think. What else? Can't read the username, but if that person is celebrating a birthday. So if that person comes back, we'll light the candle. Yeah. Oh, it was Luther Vandross's favorite burger. Okay. Oh, yes, his music was amazing. Yeah, it's unfortunate, the heart attack. Okay, it's a raised donut. Okay, so it's not filled. Because that would be intense if it was a chocolate glazed donut or coated, like a Hawaiian donut, or coated with the icing sugar on it and then filled with hamburger meat. Pheasant jam. Did I? Or was I just reading? Pheasant jam. Oh, Jelly Donuts Monte Cristo sandwiches. I haven't heard of those either. There's a lot of creations in in the US that I haven't come across. There's so many ideas too on today's chat that I have to look up and learn more about. Fill it with cheese. Okay, so let's plate. All right, we will bring you back. Now I've got sticky hands to the stove top. Okay, rinse my hands. They're very sticky from the strawberry. Okay. Let's check out this. It's hot. It's hot. Okay. I used the wrong hand. Okay. Let me take a peek. So here we go. I can actually smell the pomegranate. Okay. So, as you can see, with the color of it, it's like a brownish beige. But it's been simmering for a good, some charred bits at the bottom. Okay, so that's probably from the pomegranate molasses. Thank you, but sugar tends to do that. Okay, thanks so much for the follow. I'm so sorry, I can't see who you are. You know what? If I go to my email, I can see. So I can thank everyone. Thank you, Aegis, Briho, Mikey Dud, SP Freely, Slimy, Geika, Blurry Stone, Squoinky, Moore, 2630, DJ Snips, Coolman, Wolfiehound, Takezi, Matrix Overshook, Texturias, B Sultan, Capitatu, Lazarus Vector, Ronnie Gamer, JTZ0524, Go Tribe, Macbeth. Thank you for your follow today, and I'm sorry I couldn't announce you by your username at the time. For some reason our icon or animation isn't showing, but we'll get that fixed. And if you have informed me of a flag that's not represented for your country, let me know. And I know I have to add Ireland and Spain on. We will add it on after the show, and you'll see it in our banner when you return next time. Okay, so this is our Fesenjan, and it's not known for being attractive, but it's supposed to be really good. So that's why I prepared the roses and the pomegranate seeds to top it off. I'm going to taste a little bit. Wow, yummy. The pomegranate molasses. Wow, it's got such a bright fruity flavor to it. I added 3 tablespoons of pomegranate molasses. It's really, really good. And I mentioned that if you can't find it where you live, you can try to make it by reducing your pomegranate juice into a syrup, which would be really, really expensive to do, or reducing cranberry. And I think one of our viewers mentioned about not liking either cranberry or pomegranate. I think another fruit could work, another berry fruit. So just think of a jam that you like. I actually think that you can even get away with using strawberry jam. It would taste different, but you still have that syrupy, fruity flavor. If you can't access pomegranate, or you just don't have a preference for it, or cranberry. Okay, so let's plate. Okay, I'm falling behind in the chat. Oh, you're going to a strawberry fried chicken. You're going to the farmer's market with the dog and the lady. Okay, have a great day. Thank you for following and for joining our channel. We'll see you next time. Yeah, farmer's market. Buy something yummy. Yeah. Oh, Fesenjan is real. Yes, it's really good. I've never had it before ever, so this was quite a nice treat. Thank you for that viewer's request. Yeah, I'm excited to share it with Mr. Cook for Fun, and also with my parents. My parents live on the same street as me, and often after these shows or in the mornings, I deliver food to them. When we're having a breakfast, I deliver them some food. They like that, and it's always fun to do that. Okay, so I normally plate here, but I want to show off the tagine. So I'll carry it to the front and I'll switch over. Yeah, I'll do that. Actually, it was probably better over there, but okay, I changed my mind. I'll plate over there. I like the close up, and the tagine just looks really, really pretty. Okay. So on this show, we always take out our cake stand. It just sort of elevates it so that you can see it on the camera can capture it. It's higher. Okay. I think I am. I'm going to put the Fesenjan around the rice. That's what I'll do. It's a little tight, the space. Okay. That's what we'll do. We'll get a bigger one. It's quite big, but we'll use a bigger dish. Oh, can you see that? Maybe I'll move the camera a little bit. Okay, now you can see my messy kitchen. Okay, there. Okay, let's put the rice in the middle. Okay. You can see my messy kitchen. Oh, sorry. Thanks for the comment, Angry Papa Pug. You're so kind. Well, I keep it real. This is my first time making this dish. Yeah. Okay. So can you see that? Okay, so I tried this before. Yep. Okay. All right. We had one pomegranate. That looks really, really nice. Can you see that? Look at that. Wow. I'm impressed. Okay, I'll move this without like dropping it because it's, it's rice. It could fall apart. Look at that. Can you see that? Wow. Because I knew that if I were to sprinkle the pomegranate seeds, they would just fall. And I like how the seeds got embedded into the rice. That's really nice. And I got this trick of I learned this trick of using a funnel when I was celebrating one of our moderators' birthday, Shiretone. Shiretone requested Indonesian yellow rice, and it's always served in a cone shape. And I was like, I don't have a cone. I thought about hacking one by using cardboard. And as I was pulling open my drawer, I noticed a funnel. I was like, okay, I'll try that. And when I did it for that stream, I coated the funnel with coconut oil. Like, I was so paranoid of the rice, I don't know, sticking to it, and but it works. So I didn't even use any oil or anything to grease the funnel. So that worked out really nice. That's cool. That is okay. So here's our, turn off the heat. Okay. So here is our Fesenjan. We're going to, what should I do first? Okay. You can't really see what's chicken and what's sauce. It's sort of all mixed together. So I'll just give it a stir. I can tell that the dark spots are probably burnt molasses. Okay, I'm going to I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Because it all looks the same, and that's sort of, okay, I'll just have to just put it on. I'll do one corner at a time. or I can do 2 sides. I can do 3 corners, and the strawberry roses on one corner. Is that the best way? So I'll bring my strawberry roses over. Okay, so it doesn't have to go in the middle because we already have, okay, so that's really pretty. Strawberry rose right there. We have 2 more. We have one that's sort of broken and we have one that's not. And I could put them all together like a cluster of roses, and that way the broken one wouldn't be as noticeable. This one isn't quite as open, and you'll see, I know the camera doesn't quite aim this far back. Okay. Here's our other rose. So I'm getting a comment. Chia, okay. A ring of chicken stuff around the mountain. Yeah, so we're gonna do a ring, for sure. So this, we had the broken rose, but we'll try to. We'll try to. We'll try to. If we cluster them, it won't look as broken. Okay. Or we have the broken petal leaning against another one that can support it. Oh, is it gonna break? Or I can just take it right off. Okay. Yeah, it's falling, but that's okay. I'm happy with it. Yeah. Okay, they're a little uneven, but okay. So we'll put, okay, yeah, we can do that. A ring of Fesenjan. Okay. Yeah, okay, a ring is good. The red definitely helps. Yeah. I'm quite pleased with how the pomegranate worked out with the rice like that. I don't need to go all the way to the strawberry. Yeah, that's good, I think. There you go. Let me show you up close. All right, so we're gonna go back to the front. Yes, so the combination of rice with fruit. Fesenjan is typically topped with the pomegranate, and Fesenjan is also served with rice. So since we know that they're going to go together, I stuck the pomegranate in the rice so that we can have, so the rice also wouldn't look as plain. You actually get a better view from that camera. Then we're going to sprinkle. I wonder, should I put the pomegranate seeds on the plate or right on top of the meat? What I'll do is I might just dot them. Kind of fun. Dot them, and then I'll sprinkle some on the plate. You want to see the underside? Sure. I will let you see the bottom of the tagine. Yeah. Oops. That wasn't seed. That was part of the skin, I guess, of the pomegranate. Okay. Okay. Then I guess I'll just, like, I don't know. Do you think it'll look good if I randomly sprinkle? What I can do is, so this mountain look could be a castle, and the meat could be like land, and then the space between the castle and the mountain and the land could be like a river of, like a red river, a river of pomegranate. So that's what I'll do. Yeah. That's probably more than enough pomegranate seeds that would be actually used in serving this dish, like at a restaurant. But it looks really pretty, so I'll keep doing that. Okay. I'll actually show you close up, and I'll also show Wolfie Hound the bottom of the tagine. Okay. This is probably one of the prettier dishes I've ever made. Can you see that? Yeah. I'll change the view too, so that Wolfie Hound can see the tagine as well. Change it to. Okay. So it's a bit strong, the taste. So it's kind of like dessert then. The strawberries dessert, the excess pomegranate will be dessert. Can you see? Yeah, okay. So look at that. Oh, there, that's better. Yep, we've got our roses and our little mountain. All right. Oh, and I have to show what it's Wolfie Hound to the bottom of the tagine. So this is the lid. Then the inside is painted, and I like it. The rim. This is actually not. Is it paint? Oh, it is glazed there too. But there's some parts where there's no paint. And then the very inside is also glazed. And there's also a hole. And that hole allows the steam to escape. So I think somehow, like, I don't know. The way it's shaped allows the heat to be retained. And then the bottom, okay, without, the bottom isn't glazed, okay, without dropping the food. Yeah, you can see the bottom. Yeah. So only and the inside is also glazed too. Thanks so much for the follow. All right. I don't know if our birthday person is here. If you are, oh! It came back. I don't know how that happened. Magic. It wasn't showing up before. Oh, it shows up when I'm in this view, but when I'm in this other view, it doesn't show up. Okay, I have to fix that. Yeah, okay. Before we eat it, we take a photo. Okay. And we'll post this on our Twitter page. I don't know. I like to do this shot so I see you guys too. Yeah. I see the I see the computer in the background. All right. Okay, time for the mukbang. So mukbang in Korean, I'm not Korean, but it's known as social eating, where I sample the food in front of you and describe it to you. Oh, Death Eater. Nothing will ever compete with the boat plate I made. Yes. So back in January, We made fried rice, and we served the fried rice in pineapple crowns. And we turned the pineapple crowns into a boat. And the boats had Métis on it. There was a cannon on it. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, that's on our YouTube page. Yes, well, Wolfie Hound, if you ever do get around to making a tagine, let us know and post a photo. I know that you're still working up to that. It's probably not something that's commonly made. I think vases are common, like in the movie Ghost. Bowls are common, but a tagine would be incredible, and it's quite a decorative piece. Like we put it on top of the fridge, but it's one of those items that are conversational pieces. My husband used to put it on the bookshelf as well, because it just looks artistic. Yeah, so that'd be really, really cool if you made it, and I do share if you do make it. Wolfie's eyes glazed over. Thank you, Pisara. Social eating, yes. That's when I sample it and I describe how it tastes like in front of you. And I never finish this in my plate in front of people. It just feels really awkward to do that. I always sort of call it quits after trying a few bites. It's just too awkward. I'm not used to doing that. Hi, choir member. How are you? Yeah, you came in time for our social eating. Yeah, we just finished preparing Fesenjan, which is a Persian chicken stew dish with pomegranate molasses and walnut paste. Pomegranate and walnut are superfoods, so it's supposed to be really healthy. Oh, you heard my phone, and you can hear it through the mic. The phone's right beside the mic. Thank you so much for the follow, and I'm sorry I can't see your name. I might be able to see it though, but thank you so much. Oh, Pokey89, thank you so much for the follow, and Mandy Pants, thank you for the follow. And let us know what country you're tuning in from. We like to cook international foods, and we're really proud of our display of a community around the globe. Yes. Wow. Okay. So, Wolfie Hound, you could connect with your contact. Yeah. Did you miss everything? You haven't missed everything. You're still here, and we're not complete. We're not done yet. Yeah. Gunsmith, he can put the rice colander there too, since no Asians use it. The rice colander. Okay, I might have missed something in the chat. Okay. Rocky Mountain oysters. Wow. Wow. I wonder what that is. I remember your first request of menudo soup. Now mounting rockin'. Okay, I will try to make that happen. Oysters. They're on the high end side. So I'll have to work up to that. Okay, so let's dig in. Oh, I should close this. You see everything in the screen, so it's better to close it. Okay. And I don't need a knife because I cut up the meat. So what should I start with? Am I going to break this mountain up right away? Okay, I'll have to start with some Fesenjan. Okay. Yeah, so it's nutty, it's sweet, it's so good. Oh, put the rice colander on the shelf. This is a part dessert and part dish because we have the strawberries. It's really good. Like I know it's just brown, the meat, but it's fruity tooty. It's nutty from the walnut. Like there's a whole cup of walnut in that tagine. It's so good. It's just incredible how it really doesn't like this meat. It doesn't look like much. It just looks like some brown sauce, right? But it's with the nutty walnut and the tartness of the pomegranate molasses. It's really good. I'm so excited to bring some over to my parents after this show. Yeah, like it to be honest, it really doesn't look attractive. It really doesn't. But it's so good. It doesn't need the pomegranate. Like the taste is all there. I don't need all these seeds around here. It's really for presentation because it doesn't look that good. But on its own, the chicken is so yummy. Wow. But I'm going to try it with the pomegranate. It's purely there for presentation. Yeah. Whoa. Beef Wellington. Whoa, I've never made that before, and my husband loves it. We went to Bermuda. We got engaged in Bermuda, and on the cruise, we had beef Wellington, and all the restaurants are buffet style. If you want something and you want more of it, you can just keep asking and they'll give you more and more of it. And I think he had 3 to 4 plates of beef Wellington. And I tried to make it. I downloaded a recipe by Jamie Oliver that involved using chestnut puree. I never got around to making it. I'm afraid of overcooking the beef. Like, how do you know what the beef will turn out on the inside when it's covered by a crust? But okay, it's definitely worth trying. I will have to study how to make that and not screw up because the beef is really pricey and overcooked beef isn't good. Wow, but yeah. Key lime pie. That's actually Death Vader's favorite too. I haven't located key limes in Toronto, but I might be able to track down key lime juice. Yeah. There's a lot of good ideas coming on and coming in this chat room. I do like challenging. I do like a challenge. Yeah. And the presentation of beef Wellington is really nice. I love the pastry crust around it. Thank you so much for the follow. I'll check my email to see what the name is. It might take a second to generate. Okay, thank you, Bailey X, for the follow. Okay, I'll try the rice now. So this is safflower rice. It's not saffron rice because saffron threads are pretty pricey. I got the safflower instead. Got a pretty big bag of safflower for $3. With $3, you can probably get only a couple millimeters of saffron threads. It sells for $1,000 a pound. So. Okay, let's give it a try. I'll have to break this pretty mountain. Okay. It's good. It tastes like rice. So the rice was cooked with pureed caramelized onion and chicken broth. And that's it. It's good. Yep. The chicken is very, very good. This is moving. Saffron is cheapest at Indian markets. That's good to know. East of where I live, maybe just like a 15-minute drive, there is a very strong South Indian populations, Tamil population with Tamil grocery stores. So I could check that out for saffron. Okay, so I could use regular limes. Okay, to make key lime pie. Okay, yeah, I can easily find limes. Yeah. Hi, Orion's Belt. I think it's showing black on my screen because I'm using Streamlabs to show the chat. Yeah. Welcome to our channel and let us know what country you're tuning in from. Yeah, we're eating a Persian dish. It's waga. Is this a dish that you cook often at home? It's so good. Give me more ideas. I was told that a lot of Persian dishes have pomegranate in them or walnut. So I love this combination. Okay. Okay, so it's worth it. You only need 2 to 3 threads for a lot of rice. Okay, I'll try to hunt it down. It's really good. I had defrosted some chicken breast meat yesterday, but I changed my mind and picked up boneless chicken leg because I was worried about the chicken being too dry. But I think that chicken breast would work too because the sauce is very moist and it's flavorful. Yeah, but I was worried because I made matzo chicken last week and it was dry from frying it, and so I switched to dark meat. But it's so good. I think it would work with other meats too. I did read online that Fesenjan could be made with other meats instead of chicken, like beef or whatever meat you want. I mean, it's all about the sauce, the delicious sauce, and you can make a vegetarian version by using chickpeas or other beans or maybe paneer if you like Indian cooking. It's the sauce that's so good. Walnut paste and pomegranate molasses. Those are the 2 major ingredients. And we've added turmeric, nutmeg, cinnamon. I didn't even add pepper or salt. Okay. You're from Dallas. Nunez is from there too. Yeah. There is a popular nut store in Iran called Tavazo, and there's a location in Toronto. We have a Persian area called Taranto. It's very cute, Tehran, right? Taranto. And there's a location there. Thank you so much for the follow. Let's see. Thank you, I'm Torgo, for following. Yeah, let us know what country you're tuning in from. You can see the countries above my head. We'll add yours if it's not there. And it's a nut store, and you can buy all kinds of nuts in bulk, and they let you sample. And pistachios are a major Persian nut that's used, a nut that's that's popular. And Persian pistachios are apparently different from I'm trying to think of. Remember at the Super Bowl, Psy had this commercial at the Super Bowl. Anyways, it's different from North American pistachios, and they're bigger. They're large jumbo nuts. They're so good. We like putting together a nut assortment for our families to make as gifts for Christmas, because it's a gift that will be enjoyed rather than stored away somewhere in some closet. Yeah, but I remember buying figs, dried figs. They're so yummy. Like, there's all kinds of assortment of dried fruits and nuts in the Persian nut shop. Yeah. Wow, you see palm trees where you're at, Nunes. Yeah. I'll have a few more bites. And we'll have to let you go on with your day. But yeah, I'm really excited to have you tune in today and all the new viewers that came from Chef John Reed's show. Thanks for joining and sticking around. Yeah, and I do take viewers' requests, and I will read my Nightbot and take notes of the different requests that were made today. I know there were quite a few. Beef Wellington, key lime pie, shepherd's pie, this Italian manicotti, paella. Well, that was a mention of a popular rice dish in Spain. There's more, and some I've never heard of. I love researching them. And Finnish Corellian pasty. Yum. Wow, lots of nice tropical trees where you're at. It's cold here. I've got pine trees outside. Wow, Florida. Okay. There's a lot of Canadians in Florida. A lot of Canadians buy property there and live there in the winter. I know he's going to enjoy this. Absolutely. He's a pretty picky eater. Yeah, like we're quite different. Our style of cooking and our taste preferences are quite different. I pretty much eat everything. And when we cook, I'm okay with substituting stuff. He's like, it's gotta be exact. We have to run out to the grocery store now. We're missing this ingredient. We're quite, but he's gonna like this very much. Fried alligator. Peach cobbler. Yeah, wow. I don't think I've ever had that. Yum. Yeah, fried octopus. Fried octopus is good. I have to find octopus. Fried octopus is really, really good. Yeah. Here are the roses facing you. That's probably nicer. I got a lot of sauce. A lot of that walnut sauce. It's so good. That nutty sauce. Okay, I'll have a couple more bites. Then we will. Then it'll be school. Then school will be out. I have more chicken. I'm gonna make more of this. So good, yummy. Oh, okay. I know how to end the stream. I'll have our special guests make an appearance. So so for some of you who are new to this stream, you get to meet Mr. Winston. Yeah. If you type in Winston with a capital W, you'll get a preview of what Winston looks like. Do I believe in ghosts? There are food recipes. I don't know. I don't think I do or I don't. But I do think my grandmother's watching me, like in a really, really good way. I think she blesses me. I think she's there helping to guide me in life. Would that be considered believing in ghosts? Okay, I'm gonna bring our special guest, and then he will say hi to you. Hi. How are you? Uh-oh, we didn't like that. Sorry. I'm so sorry, babe. I'm so sorry. Okay. I'm sorry for waking you up. Okay. So this is Winston, our Boston Terrier, and yeah, he always makes an appearance on the show. He was all cozy, sleeping in the sun and on our new couch, and I sort of surprised him by picking him up. But he wants to wish you a very lovely day and a wonderful rest of the week. And he hopes to see you next week. We will stream again, same time, Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Zone. That's the same time zone as New York. And we will be featuring a viewer's request item. I'm not sure which one it will be. I will post on our channel to let you know if you're following. And yes, he looks forward to seeing you again. In the meantime, if you have any ideas, you want to share anything, feel free to post photos or interact on Twitter. So if you hit ! social media, our different social media pages will show up, and we hope to see you again. All right. So have a great day, everyone. And thank you for tuning in. Thanks to the new joiners, new viewers for supporting our channel. And thanks to our moderators, our volunteers who work very hard to keep the chat community very friendly. Okay, bye. Hey, bye. Thanks again. See you next time.